Right, well I think I've just about got enough tape and battery left to do a quick look at the Virgin Trains Pendolino set. It's hard to get the entire box into camera view, into shot, but what's particularly amazing about this set is not only do you get an iconic train, but it's digital as well. You get a lovely Hornby Select DCC controller, which is a basic controller, but it does the job. It's a great way to get into DCC. You get an ample amount of track, and then of course you get your transformer for the controller, and then the drive unit, 2 coaches, one including a pantograph, which I think is basically a buffet coach, and then you get a dummy unit at the back as well. Of course there's all the usual gubbins like track mat and instructions and care guide and collector's club and a little warning about how to keep off the real tracks. So you get all that too, but I'm not going to open this up and show you it all inside because I have 2 of these controllers, but they're both hardwired into things. They're set up and I don't want to dismantle it all just to put it in the box just to get it all out again. It's a bit silly. So here we are. If I just move the box out of the way, this is what you'll be presented with when you open it up. This is the main drive unit, as you can tell from the weight. It's absolutely beautiful. The details, excellent. Absolutely excellent. All of these lights light up, so the 2 front headlights and the top light there all glow white when the train's coming towards you, and when it's going away from you, there's just 2 little red lights there, and it's beautiful. It's such a nice touch. There's quite a bit of roof detail too. It's not just one gigantic moulded piece. They have put a little bit more effort into it, and it's really nice. The livery is spot on. I mean, it's a shame that you can't actually, see all the little LEDs in there lit up, because that would be fantastic. And then of course this is the proprietary coupling to make sure that it can only connect to other Virgin Pendolino coaches and nothing else. Because they do tilt, you see, there is a tilting mechanism. Oh yes, as she goes around the bends she tilts just ever so slightly. It is quite subtle, but it works. And then this is the unit with the pantograph on. You can have the pantograph up if you want, but it doesn't work. It's only plastic. But then DCC doesn't really work very well through overhead systems anyway, so most overhead systems are fake now. But again, the detail, the livery, the weight, it's all spot on. It's just hard to fault it really. Right down to the little danger high voltage signs in the ends. Absolutely lovely. Battery's getting low. I think I'm going to have to do the running in after a bit of a charge. But then that's your other coach. Just a standard 2nd class open coach, I think. And then of course is the dummy unit, just here, which is just like the other one, but with no motor. So you've got the same level of detail, the same lights, and of course there's a chip in here too. The chip doesn't control the motor, because there isn't one, but it just controls the lights, depending on which direction she's going in. So I'm going to give the camera a bit of a charge and then put it on all on the track, and we'll see what she runs like. Okay, so the camera's all nice and charged up again, which is really good. And while it's still sunny and warm, I'm going to put the rest of these coaches and stuff onto the track and see what they're like. Well, for a start, there's 2 that are already on here. They roll so beautifully. Seriously, that is amazing. And you can see that they tilt a little bit. Well, these are 2 additional coaches that we've got. So I'll just put them out of the way for now and put on the back of the train, which is this one. And then just push that out of the way. And then put this coach on. They can be a little bit tricky to couple up, but there we go. It's basically lining up the pin so that it slots into this hole there. So we'll bring these down, couple them in. As I say, these are additional. You don't normally get these. Well, you don't. But you do get this one, which is the pantograph coach, where the train gets its power from. And then there's the front. Well, the real train gets its power from that one. The model train gets its power from this unit. Right, let's just give the track some power. Select the number, which is number 41, and off she goes. And there she goes, and go does she. She is beautiful. Absolutely incredible. So smooth. It's almost mesmerising, to be honest. As I say, bear in mind that when you buy the actual set, there's 2 coaches there in the middle you don't get, but the rest you do. And so even as she comes out of the box, she's of a good length. She's a nice train. But this one is a bit longer than usual, because obviously we've got the 2 extra coaches. But what power setting are we at? Well, that's nothing. Let's turn it up a little bit. I mean, she is a high-speed train after all. Oh, that's more like it. Wow. She's amazing. Let's wait for her and see her tilt on this bend if we can. Wow. Yeah, you can just about see the tilting. It's only subtle, but you can see it. Well, I think you'll agree. Not only does she look the part, not only does she sound the part, but she is just excellent. Really great. Just quickly, I've got to point out that I didn't have the lights on, did I? But you can switch the lights on by just pressing the function button like that. If you just press the function button on your controller, then you can control the lights so that they're on or off. It's a bit hard to see them in the daylight, although you can clearly see the top one. And then if you point her to go if you tell her to go the other way, then yeah, it's almost impossible to see in the daylight. But you'll have to watch my other videos on her to see her lights in full action, as it were. But yeah, they are there and they do work.